Hello and welcome to a brand new video. In this video, I decided to record some of the first few games that I've had on DMZ. I go to Ashika Island for the first time. I even played one game in Al, and I'm here to talk to you about my personal experience that I had in the first few games.
Welcome to the DMZ. Exploring, looting, and securing intel will open access to missions and targets. Expect resistance from local.
And so I have brand new, well, not necessarily brand new, I have reset gear. I only have one plate vest, and I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go out into Ashika Island, just take it in, take a look at what's going on, everything. Go out, the first engagement I get into, get clapped. Absolutely destroyed by the swarming AI. This was before Activision made this tweet about how the enemy density was just a little too high in DMZ. And so in game 2, I found myself going back to Al doing fields because that's just how I do it sometimes. And I noticed I was in a little bit of a different area than what I'm used to because, you know, in season 1, it was only Al. So, you know, I'm going through with no loot. And then, lo and behold, later down the line, I absolutely get destroyed by some enemy operators. One of my teammates actually, luckily, goes and destroys and dispatches those guys, and I'm like, okay, cool, I can take that loot. Everything's all good. And then lo and behold, again, I just get absolutely decimated by another squad. I just did not know how closely people were spawning together. Like, I knew when I was looking at the patch notes that enemies or operator squads spawn a little bit closer to each other. I just didn't think I'd just run the two teams back to back like that with no loot. But yeah, that was my second game experience. And so I arrived to my third game of DMZ for season 2, and you know, I decided to go back to Ashika Island, and I get into a game with these two guys. These guys are pretty cool. They have mics, they're communicating. They didn't call me a slur from the very beginning, which is something I really appreciated. Things are really looking up for your boy here, man. We did a weapon stash, we got slammed by the enemy bots, they were still swarming us like crazy, a lot of shooting, one of us went down, I went down, we got revived, we clutched up, we got ourselves some loot, everything was great, and man, it's just, oh man, like this is the definitive DMZ experience, man. And you know, after that we did some more safes, we ran a SAM site, we ran as a team, we stayed together, we was talking to each other, we just destroyed supplies, there was a juggernaut in the open world, and that took me by surprise, that scared the hell out of me. Then we ran into more paratrooping enemies falling down right in front of us. Oh my goodness, it was fun. It was exhilarating. It was wild. And then we tried to do the weapon crate. We ended up running out of time, so we just ran away. Just ran away with what we had. And then, yeah, man, we got out of there, and it was crazy. But it was the best game I had so far. In game 4 of my DMZ, I stayed on Ashika Island. It was smaller. It just seemed like it was a much quicker game. And we ran into some friendlies, ran into another operator squad. We all assimilated as a group, got together. We looted a supply drop. We went into the underground secret area. We ran into a jug. He was giving us a little bit of a hard time. We also ran out of time. We were running out of time as we were like really deep underneath the area, and it's like we all tried to scramble out to get to an exfil. There was people on an ATV. I was running, everybody just screaming the entire time, and it was actually really fun. And then we exfilled, and then everything turned out all right.
Shit, where are you guys?
In my 5th game of DMZ, I got in with 2 randoms. I just decided to go for it. It was a little quiet. There was no communications, but they knew how to aim their weapons. We got into a really elongated gunfight with some hostile operators. In the mix of that, while they were fighting and I was just trying to provide support for them, you know, some of them pleaded for their lives, which is fair. In all honesty, in DMZ, all everybody wants to do is live if they're using their brains. And it's just something about when one of my teammates went down, one of their teammates went down, and people just kept swapping teams. I really didn't like how that turned out. So I'm just like, nah, I'm not finna get caught up in this genjutsu. Fuck all that. So I ran off, and I was just like, you know what? Fuck it. I'll stay solo. And I noticed I had a mission to completely empty out a stronghold. So I decided to do that solo. And while that was going around, while I was going through that, the radiation started spreading. So there were enemies from outside of the stronghold area coming to the stronghold area to run away from the radiation. I go down. Luckily, I had a self-revive. I ended up getting some more. I just kept running into enemies. Oh, the misery. No, I'm kidding. And lo and behold, I actually made it out solo in the end. I'm like, oh my god. Like, that was a really exhilarating game as well.
Dino 4 to actual. All objectives and personnel secure. We're RTV at this time.
And in my 6th game of Warzone, and this will be the last commentary for this video, I got in with the squad, you know, usual DMZ stuff. We're either killing HVTs, destroying stuff, getting intel, usual DMZ gameplay, but we get into a really elongated gunfight with this hostile squad. This dude had sniping skills that was out of this fucking world. I had no ammo the entire time. I'm trying to snipe this dude with a vector, like the least ideal weapon. I was trying to flank them around them slowly, but luckily in the end, we actually ended up destroying those guys and getting them out of the lobby. And this dude had a shit ton of keys on him, so I just took those keys and then we extracted out.
Not letting you go out like that.
Last file. Let's just get it. You're very good at.
I would like to thank everybody for watching this video and joining me on this journey while I try to make some DMZ content in between work and school. Everyone take care of yourselves. Like, subscribe, y'all. You know what to do with all that. Y'all take care.
Ultra One, we have visual on the LZ. Keep it clear.